It's a belief, and this goes not just around quality or process improvement, but any behavior you see that's negative. There's some belief that that person has that either that behavior is okay, or maybe I'm acting out because, you know, I'm so frustrated, right? And management doesn't care, or the leadership doesn't care, right? They're just focused on making my job more difficult, and therefore it becomes passive aggressive behavior. So when you think about this process that you've got, and you're looking at behaviors, let's start with behaviors, because those are usually typically easier to identify than somebody's belief, because all we'd have to be doing is assume belief, because we have no idea what an actual person's belief is unless it's our own. So let's start with behaviors we see. When you think of behaviors that either help your process move forward, or behaviors that will hinder your process from moving forward, what do you think those are? Flip your page one more time. You've got an empty box there for you. So in your group, take 2 minutes, begin to identify what are helping behaviors that we see on a regular basis that really have helped maybe processes in the past get implemented quickly and move well together, that we should continue with the process we're talking about? Or what are the things we typically run into that really slow our process down and prevent change from happening?
Goal doesn't have to tell you how you're going to do it. It doesn't have to tell you your approach. It just has to, like he said, it's that bow and arrow. It's the target. What's the target I'm trying to hit? And so it's going to define that target. Is that people write an activity and call it a goal, as opposed to really defining the target. So when you look at this process, your process was around, John, tell us again, what was your process?
Material labeling.
Material labeling process. So what pops out as the goal for you? What's the word? Is it increase, decrease,
It's
increase?
decrease.
It's decrease. So he's going to decrease, and what are you going to decrease?
Oh, we're going to say material receipt, inspection, and approval process by.
Okay. So it's really the cycle time of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to decrease the cycle time of the X process. And what do you think? And again, you want your goal to be realistic. It needs to be achievable. I'm not a great believer in like goals, like sometimes they're called bodacious goals. Have you ever heard that? Where it's like this huge target. Because I'm a great believer that when you miss a goal, your self-esteem goes down. And then it's harder to build it back up again, to try again. So I would rather have John say, you know what, I want to decrease the cycle time of this by, I don't know, 15 minutes. Okay? By the end of the year. Let's find 15 minutes. Because do you think people could find 15 minutes? That would be pretty easy, wouldn't it? Probably to capture 15 minutes. What happens then when you've captured that 15 minutes? Oh, that was cool.
You gain it.
Yeah, well, you gain it to begin with, but also, how do you feel about yourself? Well, I just did 15 minutes. Plus, what have I done to the naysayers? I've proven that it could be done. Okay? So then John can come and say, wow, look at how fast we did 15 minutes. Do you think we could add another 15 minutes to this cycle? Okay, let's try that.